So here are my procedures. First, the analytical, in which I multiply the length of every vector by the cosine and sine of their respective degrees. And I add up all the x and y's, and I get that the total x is minus 5.54 and the total y is 25.29 meters. Then I get the degrees using inverse tangent, and I get 77.64. Then for the total vector I use Pythagoras, and it takes 25.9 meters. And by graphic method I only add all the lengths of the vectors and use a protractor to measure the degrees.
The length of the mini-golf is 28 meters and the width 43. The distance between the initial point and hole 1 is 15 meters with an angle of 60 degrees northeast. From hole 1 to hole 2, 12 meters with an angle of 40 degrees northwest, and from hole 2 to hole 3, 6 meters with an angle 50 degrees northwest. The distance from the initial point to hole 3 is 25.5 meters with an angle of 80 degrees.
Here's the table of comparison between the graphical method and the analytical method. The difference or variation between the results could be due to the usage of different tools to measure each vector. For example, in the graphical method, we would have to use a protractor and a ruler and take inexact measures. On the other hand, when we do it analytically, we are using algebra to figure out each measure. Here's the procedure. Well, you take the x component, the y component of each vector, you sum it, and you do all the respective procedure to take the angle and the resultant vector.
We think we achieved the objective of this practice because we built a functional mini-golf that fulfilled all the requirements and had 3 holes, and our partner Marcelo scored on those 3 holes. Regarding the mistakes when calculating the resultant vector, we can attribute this to the different use of decimals and approximations by every team member. Regarding weaknesses and areas of opportunity, I think the only thing that we could improve, but it's not possible due to the pandemic, is that we could have all been all together to build the mini golf and to play in the mini golf, so we could see the measurements and the vectors and everything on a more precise way. But due to the situation and due to this COVID-19 pandemic, I think and we think that the results were pretty good.